Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Ramadan with the Sahaba show. My name is Arwa and today I will tell you a story of a great companion of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was known for being a very rich kid from an extremely rich family. He used to impress everyone with his luxurious lifestyle and clothes that were tailor-made just for him. But that didn't matter to him much. Despite his young age, he was searching for the truth about God. He became one of the greatest companions of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, that he chose him to be the first ambassador in Islam. MashaAllah. He was not just a soldier, an ambassador, or even a teacher. He was a role model to all Muslims who saw him and to us today. It's Musab Bin Umair I'm talking about, everyone, whom the Prophet gave him the name Musab the Good. When I was young, I wondered what my responsibilities were. My father goes to work every day. My mother takes care of us and the whole family. And my older sister can go to uni but on her own and she can drive a car. But I couldn't do anything of these. I couldn't do anything important, I thought. I was only 12. So I decided, when I grow up, I will be very responsible and I will take care of myself, my family and my community. Until I learned about the great companion Musab bin Umair. I realized that if I can do anything that brings me closer to Allah, I should do it straight away. Not to wait till I'm older, not to wait for my friends to be there first, and not to wait for somebody to invite me. I would rather take the first step and invite people in, just like Musab bin Umair. Musab used to go and join the sessions of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in a house called Darul Arqam, until one time changed his life forever. He listened to a few verses of the Holy Quran that filled his heart with peace, and he decided immediately that he should become a Muslim. He was brave because he knew Islam was the right thing, and he feared no one except for his mother, who was powerful and feared among many men in Mecca. So he decided to keep his Islam a secret from her and continue to visit Dar al-Arqam and learn without her knowing, until Allah willed for his secret to be revealed. One day, the rumors of him becoming a Muslim started whispering across Mecca. So he had to announce his Islam. He stood in front of everyone, the elders of Mecca, the high-ranking people, including his own mother, and announced his Islam. He even took the step and recited some of the verses of the Holy Quran. He just wanted them to join him to the right path. But because of that step, his mother locked him down and decided to prevent him from visiting Dar al-Arqam again. He then came to know about a group of Muslims going to the country of Abyssinia, which is now Ethiopia. He decided to escape, leaving everything behind, his wealth, his expensive clothes and his comfy bed. All of that to be in a place where he can be a Muslim, a true Muslim. In Abyssinia, he lived a very hard life, unlike the one he was used to, but he was very happy and satisfied, knowing that Allah will reward him. The years passed, and Musab came back to Mecca, when a very happy incident took place. 12 people from Al-Madinah came to announce their Islam, and pledged Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to defend him when he comes to their land. At that time, the Prophet asked them to keep it a secret, and go to Medina, invite more people, and come back to Mecca next year. But because at that time there were no means of communication like phones or Zoom, like I'm talking from my house and you can see me in your houses. So he decided to send a representative. That was Musab, to teach them about Islam and be with them to guide them. Can you imagine? Musab became the first ambassador in Islam. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ gave him such a great responsibility that requires a lot of wisdom and knowledge to this young man, Musab the Good. That actually taught me that it doesn't matter how old I am, I should always keep learning and keep doing the things that will bring me closer to Allah. Musab was famous for his common sense and great communication skills, that he used to deal with the angriest and most furious men in Medina, like Usaid ibn Hudayr, the leader of a tribe called Anhala tribe in Medina. One day, when Musab was sitting with other Muslims in a small gathering, Usaid approached them, holding his spear. He was really angry and furious. He wanted to kill Musab. And in that situation, many, if not all of us, would have freaked out and run away. But Musab was very brave and wise. He stood firm and calm in front of Usaid and asked him to listen to the message of Islam before acting. Although Usaid was one of the angriest and most furious men of Medina, he was yet clever and smart. So he decided to listen to Musab's words first. And after listening to Musab and a few verses of the Holy Quran, he went to purify his body and cloth and said, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. The news spread all over Medina, and many people came and gave Musab a chance to actually tell them about Islam. And many of them embraced Islam soon after. And later, the Muslims migrated to Medina. This journey was pretty hard for them, but they managed to reach there safe by Allah's blessings. And then came the first battle in Islam between the disbelievers of Mecca and the believers of Medina. But let me tell you a little bit more about the believers of Medina. They were the Muhajirin and the Ansar. The Muhajirin are the people who traveled from Mecca to Medina doing the action of Hijrah and therefore named Muhajirin. And the Ansars, the supporters, those who supported Prophet Muhammad ﷺ even before he came to their land. Despite being a small Muslim army, the Battle of Badr, the very first battle in Islam, was a great success to the Muslims. And that's what made the disbelievers of Mecca thought of taking revenge on the Muslims in the next battle, the Battle of Uhud. As you might have heard before, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ led the Muslims during the Battle of Uhud and ordered the archers who stood up the mountain never to leave their place. Unfortunately, some of them thought early that the war was over and decided to go and collect the war booty. This resulted in a chaos. The disbelievers quickly climbed up the mountain, taking superiority of the situation, and they intended that they should never waste the chance of killing the Prophet. They started targeting him. At that moment, Musab, who had very similar posture to that of the Prophet, decided to hold his flag up high with his right arm and say the takbir, Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest, in order to distract the enemy's attention away from the Prophet so that the Prophet can stay unharmed, until his right arm was severely injured. So he held it with his left arm and kept repeating the takbir, Allah is the greatest. And when his left arm was injured, he held it with his arms and said the following Quranic verses. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, and messengers have passed away before him, until at last he was hit very hard and died, but never let the flag fall when he had a breath in his chest. This touching story of Musab bin Umair teaches us about responsibility. This is a great aspect of becoming a Muslim, is to be responsible. He was responsible enough that the Prophet entrusted him with one of the most difficult jobs at that time, to become the first ambassador in Islam. He was responsible when he stood firm and calm in front of someone coming to kill him, just because he knew everyone has the right to listen about the message of Islam. He was responsible in the Battle of Uhud, when he never let go the flag until his last breath was out. He was not just an ambassador, a soldier, or even a teacher. He was a great model to all Muslims of all ages and all times. Always be responsible like Musab. And Assalamu alaikum.